here's kind of, here's kind of what the opportunity cost argument would say about that. Would say that roughly if you have 80 to 90 million leaders in the, in the United States who require development, right? Leader development. And you multiply that 1400 by that number, uh, that's 1.25 trillion, just back of the envelope math. Okay. Now think about that. The opportunity cost is to redirect that spend to be more effective and to be more in the service of business growth. That to me is also, what we can get if we say you're getting these leaders. We know it's important, and the statistics tell us, right? Once again, we've all seen these numbers: 360 billion spent globally on leader development, 160 billion spent just on leader development, not the 1400 number that I just gave. A portion of the 1400 is what I'm talking to. 360 billion global, 160 billion US alone. And we have 90% CEOs saying that they just don't have the strategic bench strength. They don't have the muscle power to drive their strategic initiatives inside organizations, right? And 75% of the leaders who've gone through it, well, we're three here, and I would say in this sample it's 100%, but when you look at statistics, right, 75%. So that's three out of every four leaders like ourselves who've gone through some form of leadership development initiative come back and say that, you know what, that I just am not satisfied with what I got. When you ask them what they were not satisfied about, they would say because it didn't give them any measurable way to run their business, right? So it's like it's huge if you think about it, and that's what the data tells us of not making that connection, right? The connection of leader development to business growth. So I just again, I love statistics. Just your reactions to that. What do you both feel when you read numbers like that or you read articles like that? Because it's not like we're not spending the resource. We are spending the resource, right?
Yeah, maybe I'll go first this time, Charlie.
Yeah,
Give you
go
some
for
time to think about it this time. I'd like to say I'm surprised, Vid, but I'm not. I guess just from my experience, just talking to other leaders, peers, either at companies or within the finance space and other areas at different, meeting them in different places and networking. It's a common theme.
Mm.
I think, when I think of how in my career, being in forecast meetings, budget meetings, 5-year plan design discussions, things like that. There's a lot of talk about this is where we want the business to go. This is what we need to do. This is the growth rates we want, whether it's dictated from the executive leadership team down that we want X% growth per year, or more organically built, bottom up. There's always that gap of that I feel is we don't know. We know where we want to go. We know where we are. We don't know what our current gaps in our leaders are today that would help us get there if we're all leaders were firing on all cylinders.